Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Poorboys Little Homestead. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. Guys, today I got a little package here. We finna open her up, do a little unboxing and see what's inside. Every now and then it kind of feels like Christmas to me around here. Customer support. So what we got in this box? Looks like a 24-inch light bar. Notice right off the bat it comes with the fish eyes. I like that. Feels good, heavy made. It ain't no plastic. Good aluminum, heavy weight. I got the wiring harness with it. Switch, on and off switch. Little bolts and mounting brackets. Let's see here what brand this is. Installation instructions. Safety first. Light bar mounting. Kind of gives you a couple of ideas how you can mount it. Guys, it looks like this come from AUTOSAVER. Well, that's all. Ain't no instruction, no nothing else in here but just this little booklet on installing it. But like I said, it's got the fish eyes. I think that's a 200 watt. I don't see that listed there nowhere. Could have came with a little more details. Alright guys, so there ain't that much in the box here explaining much about this little light. But I brought it up here and I'm going to tell y'all a little more about it. This here lights come from AUTOSAVER88 store. 24-inch straight auto work light. 200 watt with 8-foot wiring harness. 20,000 LM off-road driving fog light. Marine boating light, IP68 waterproof spot flood combo beam light bar. Like I said, it ain't made of plastic, it's made of aluminum. The way the material's made on the back with the fins, it's a radial heat sink fins with sawtooth surface, produce dual radiation area for faster cooling. Full aluminum housing, even air hole and brackets, a class high quality LED, 2 centimeter thick waterproof seal lens, corrosion resistant 304 stainless steel parts, wearable and see-through polycarbonate cover, unbreakable, an innovative combo 4D fisheye lens contour to anti-glare hood and are super bright. 4D fisheye lens, they're supposed to give you more distance, more range, anti-glare. 30-degree spot beam, then it's got combo beam lights. 60-degree flood beam. So it's got 3 different styles of beam lights in it. And it's IP68 rated, waterproof and dust proof. So this is what we got, guys, and like I said, it feels good, heavy duty. I'm going to attach the link below to where you can get this in my description below the video. It'll be an Amazon affiliated link down below. And that's the first part of this little video of unboxing this little product. Like I said, I was expecting more info to be in a paper or sheet to come with it, but that's all right. I found it right back where the light come from. But that's going to conclude the unboxing step of this video. Now I'm going to decide what I'm going to mount this on, and we're going to go through an installation next. Then after we get it installed on something, we're going to test this out at night, and we're going to see what we think about this product. But I can tell y'all right now, that's a better built light than the one that's on my side by side right now. And I don't know what brand it is, but it's just one I picked up at Wally World. But this here's a heavier built light than what's on my side by side. So I'll get back with y'all as soon as we get ready to start installing this baby pup. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna mount this light right here on my Mahindra tractor. Now this light bar comes with these little L brackets, 4 screws, some lock washers, and these little star washers. So you want to start out, you want to put your brackets onto your light, and you want to use the bolts, the short bolts that comes with it. Because the other ones is a little longer and they too long, they'll bottom out in there. So now that I got my brackets on, both ends, we're finna put the light right up here. And I'm gonna mount it right here under my headache rack. Because if I put it on top of my headache rack like that, I'll be done went under some limbs and knocked it off. So we're gonna go under the headache rack. And what I like about this is I can just loosen these 2 bolts on each end of this light, and I can flip it. And it'll be pointed backwards in case I needed it pointed backwards for some reason. So first I'm gonna mark this where I need my hose. This black don't show up very good on this black. But that's gonna be pretty close right there for an old farm tractor, ain't it? Yes, sir. I'm gonna get my drill. Probably gonna take my tape and measure between them 2 holes, and once I drill the first hole, little hole, then I measure over and get my other one dead on just right. So let me go get my drill, my little drill bit, and that's what we're finna drill next. After we get the light mounted, then we'll run our wiring harness. I'm gonna run it straight to the battery, because the wiring harness that comes with this light has an inline fuse in it and an inline on and off switch. So I'm gonna run it straight to the battery. I ain't gonna have it hooked to my key on the tractor. So let me go get my drill, and we're gonna drill our holes in there. We just gonna drill a little starter hole in here, guys. I'm just gonna use a self-tapping screw to hold this light on there. I'm not gonna drill all the way through and put a long bolt with a nut on the back way up here. A self-tapping screw will hold this light on here forever. Alright, now I measured them holes on there, and it's 20 3/8. So I'm gonna make sure I get that hole at 20 3/8. Because I can't see that black marker on this black paint. There we go. Now I'm gonna double check it. That's 20 3/8. That right there gonna work out fine. So now guys, I'm gonna remove the little L pieces here. And I think we've been out to move over under the carport because it's starting to rain. And we may have to move over there to finish our project, but I'm gonna remove these L brackets from both fins, get my self-tapping screws, and we're gonna screw it up. But right now I'm finna move this tractor over under that shed because it's finna rain. Seems like, guys, all it's been doing around here the last few days is raining. All right, guys, now I'm finna I done drilled my holes, and the reason I drilled a hole, for this metal's so hard, if you try to go in it with a self-tapping screw, a lot of times it'll just twist the screw off. But this light with the L bracket come with these little rubber pads. You want to put that rubber pad between the L bracket and whatever you fastening it to. There we go. And see, that screw never would have went in on its own. But that's pretty tight, even drilling that starter hole. And again, this light comes with some good brackets. Them are good metal brackets. Them ain't plastic, cheap brackets. Them are metal. Good heavy duty light. So now we're gonna mount the light. Like I said, you want to use your short screws that come with it, because the long ones will bottom out before they tighten up. Now this is something you want to look for when you buy a light. If you get one that's got a metal bracket, you can see on my headache rack it's starting to get in that curve. So that with that metal bracket, I can give it just a little bit of bend so I can make it line up right. See, I'm going to have to bend this out just a little bit. There we go. Get a little screw and a little star washer. Lock washer. The light comes with an Allen wrench to fit the screws. That's nice of them. A lot of times you get stuff that don't come with the wrench to fit it, and then you have to go buy an Allen wrench to fit the screw because you ain't got that proper Allen wrench. So that's another plus thumbs up for these guys. But I like it that it comes with the wiring harness, the inline fuse, and an on and off switch. So that's something else you got to watch out for. If you see a light and it looks like it's a better light, and it may be a few dollars cheaper, but if it don't come with that wiring harness, you end up spending as much as you did for your light trying to get the wiring harness and switch and all that good stuff. As tight as we need to tighten it right now, because I don't know exactly what angle I'm going to need it until it gets dark and we can turn it on. So now we're finna start running the wiring harness. Now depending on what you hooking your light up on is going to depend on how you run your harness. I may not have enough wire. I may have to add on, even though this is an 8-foot wiring harness. Since my battery's at the front of the tractor and I'm actually putting my light bar on the back of the tractor, I may have to add on to my wire right here to get it routed, because I don't want it just stretched out here. I want it running through my hood and zip tight under my fenders and back up where it ain't visible. And then this will be to your negative on the battery, and the red will be to your hot on the battery. Then it's got the little solenoid switch here. We'll just fasten it somewhere so it'll stay put in one place up here. Then you got your wire that runs back, and it has your on and off switch. Now this on and off switch right here is just made to stick on. So I don't know how that's gonna be, but I'm probably gonna have to run it under my dash and drill a hole. But I'm finna pop my hood, and that's what I'm finna be working on here. And after I get started and get lined out, then I get y'all over here and give y'all a close-up on what I'm doing. So it don't matter what you hooking this up on, it's kind of gonna be the same principle from your battery. It's just gonna be how you wanna run your wiring harness and where you wanna put your switch and stuff. Let's see, guys, on this side of the tractor's got a removable deal right there. Now guys, this is what I'm saying, plans change in the middle of it. After looking, it's easier to run it on this side of the tractor because it has a little removable plug cover right here. I can run me a wire down in there and fish this wire up through there. And all I got to do is on my LED light up there, take it off, flip it over, and the wired connection will be on this end. So it'll be back on this side of the tractor. So let's start this way. Take a little wire and run down through here. And guys, you want to get your wires run and all hooked up and zip tied off and secured before you hook it to the battery. If you don't, you're going to touch your wires on something and you're going to blow your fuse. Now guys, I know I'm going to stick my switch right here on the side, just like that. So if you take just some plain old rubbing alcohol and put on your paper towel and clean where you going to stick that. I'm cleaning more than just that spot, but if you're clean where you going to stick that switch before you stick it and let it dry, then it'll stay on there a lot longer. Next, guys, I got some zip ties, and I'm gonna zip tie this harness to begin with up here toward the battery, so when I start running it toward the back, I won't mess up and pull too much slack back there and then not have enough to reach my battery. I'm gonna just start following along this wiring harness that's already on the tractor. And just follow it on toward the back of the tractor. And I'm gonna zip tie these wires to that harness. And like I said, when I get through doing this, I'm gonna show y'all up close how I did it, where I run it. As I work my way back, I'm gonna zip tie it so it won't be no slack hanging down on nothing. Alright guys, now we're going to turn the light around so my wiring connection will be on this side, since I run my wiring on that side of the tractor. I thought I was going to run it on my right side, but I ended up running it on the left. So the way these lights made, it don't matter which way you put them. So we can easily just flip it around just like that. Like I said, if I ever want it, if I'm working where I need a light backwards, I can loosen it and flip that light around backwards and point it backwards. Right now we're going to put it on pointing forwards. After we get this hooked up and it gets dark, we're going to see how bright this little light is. That way you guys know how bright it is. Can't give a review on the light if you don't use it at night, now can we? Alright guys, now this is where I'm going to have to extend my wire from here to here. Now this wiring harness that comes with this is plenty long enough if you're installing this on an ATV, side by side, on the front of your truck, something where your battery's up front and your light's up front. But when I'm going from one end of the tractor to the other one, it wasn't quite long enough. But in reality, they didn't make these things for tractors, but that's what I want mine on. Now, I ain't got no black wire, but I got red wire and I got blue wire. So I'm gonna use my red wire on my hot and put the blue wire from my black wire on the ground. I got some wire nuts here I'm gonna put this together with, and then I'll probably use some black tape. Pretty blue wire here. Don't know why I had blue wire, but I had blue wire. Y'all been watching me long enough, y'all know I'm gonna use what I got. I ain't going to buy no black wire just so it'll be black and red. I'm about half colorblind anyway. Now what I'm going to do there, right there, I'm going to take some of this black tape and I'm going to wrap this wire nut so they can't pull loose. Guys, we almost done. We connect this and go up there and connect it to the battery. We ought to have light. See, that's all run neat behind the fender. Good and tight. And guys, all we got to do right now is connect it to the battery. Now what I'm going to do, since this is on a tractor, you want your red to go to your hot. But I'm snipping that off right there because I ain't using that end. I got another end here that I want to put on to go to my battery. Like I said, this harness comes with an inline fuse in it, so it's safe to go to your battery without having to worry about going through your fuse box or anything. Alright guys, we almost there. We finna pull the sticky tape off the back of this little on and off switch, and I want it stuck right there. And guys, we should have fire in the hole. Green light means the light's on. It's got a red light, shows the light's off. There's our lights. Right now I'm going to pick my mess up real quick, and then I'm going to show y'all up close how I run the wires and how it's run. Alright guys, it's all run. Y'all see that light come on up there? Now I'm going to show y'all just a quick, cause like I said, it don't matter, cause everything you put it on is going to be different of how you run your wires. But I will tell you this, hooking it straight to your battery like I just did, this little red light on your switch right here is red when it's off and green when your light's on. So if you hook straight to the battery, that little red light's gonna be on all the time. Now the way I got mine hooked up with a quick connect, I'm gonna disconnect that, and I'll reach in there and quick connect it on my battery when I know I'm gonna need my light, because this is a tractor for working, so I'm only gonna need that light on occasional uses at night. So I didn't try to find to where to wire this to the fuse panel or the key switch so this little light here would go off. I would imagine this little light could stay on for several days before it run that battery down enough to not start this tractor. But like I said, I got mine on a quick connect where I ain't got to leave it connected. But what I did, I just got a quick connect on my battery up here, and I started my wiring harness, and I just followed one of the existing wiring harnesses on the tractor and zip tied it to it. Run under the dash, under the floor of the tractor, following another wiring harness. Come up, that wiring harness comes up, come all the way up to this fender because it's coming to this light. And then you can see on the back of the tractor, I followed that wiring harness right back down where this other one comes from this little light going back down. And that's where I tied my wires together, where I'd extended it and come up to my light up there. Now that's what the light looks like from the back of the tractor. So you can tell that 24-inch light fit just right between there. Alright guys, you're looking at the 24-inch LED 200 watt 20,000 lumens light bar from AUTOSAVER88. I'm going to leave it in the description below. It'll be an affiliated link where you can go to find this exact light bar. But if you're interested in other Lynx light bars or other auto accessories, please check out their site. And like I said, I'll put that in the description below. And after a while, we're going to get over here. Once it gets dark, we're going to come outside and we're going to turn this light on and we're going to ride this tractor if it ain't raining tonight, and we're going to see just how bright this little light shines. The way it's looking in the daylight out here, I'm thinking that's going to be a pretty light. 20,000 lumens. That ought to give me enough light to move a little dirt in the dark, don't you think? Alright guys, we sitting out here on the tractor and this is how dark it is. So now I'm finna turn the tractor lights on. And that's the regular lights on the tractor. But you can see that that's not bad. But now we finna turn the LED lights on, and I want y'all to look how bright this is. Now guys, that right there is super. That is super bright. I don't know how much y'all can tell on this camera, but that is way, way brighter than the headlights on this tractor. I'm talking about bright, bright. Now I'm thinking I need my Allen wrench to adjust it up just a little bit. I think that's what I'm finna do. I'm finna go get my Allen wrench and we're gonna adjust the light up just a little bit and we're gonna look at it again. I adjusted it up, but I think it's up too high. You can see it shining up to the top of the trees. And them trees right there is about 100, and the big trees on the very end now, not these two trees. The trees on the very end, that's about 125 to 130 yards. And you see it shining up in the top. So I'm gonna adjust it back down just a little bit. All right, guys, I think we got her set. That right there is good for working. The bottom of the light right here in front of the tractor, that ain't but about 20 feet in front of the tractor. You can see that's giving me light all the way down there on the ground good, and plenty of light up high. That's one bright 24-inch light. That is one bright light. Let me get away from the tractor and maybe y'all can even see how much brighter it is. Maybe that glare in the camera. But yes, that's one bright tractor light right there. I like that. I'm glad I chose to put that on my tractor. Now anything I need to do in this nighttime, I can sure enough see. Like I said, if I need light behind me, I can just flip it around backwards, and I got the headlights on the tractor. And I can have that flipped around and point it backwards, have lights. AUTOSAVE88. Guys, I had never closed out a video in the night like this, but if you got any interest in a light bar, please go to AUTOSAVER88. I'm going to put their website in the link below my video in the description box. Please check out their products. You can get these light bars in different links. I'm also going to have the link to the Amazon affiliated link just to this 24-inch light bar. Like I said, this is a very good product. It's heavy made, and I can tell you, I don't know how much y'all can tell on this camera, but that is one bright light. But I appreciate y'all watching. The mosquitoes is eating me up. If you like these little review videos and helps you out, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't never subscribed, please subscribe. But thanks for watching. God bless, and y'all have a great day. See y'all next time.